Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakodash, that belongs to the apostle Elders of Great Millstone, and salute on Steve Wells out there preaching his word in sincerity and truth. All right, just want to grab a few scriptures on prophecy, all right, because that's what the Lord set up his men to do, is to prophesy, okay? Prophesy the downfall of this wicked society, all right? And we're in the midst of the beginning of sorrows, as Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 20, to the 24th chapter. The beginning of sorrows is here, man. You got the pestilence, the COVID-19 pestilence. You got the earthquakes in diverse places. You got uproars of the people. All right. You got the government shooting down its citizens over there. Was that Nigeria? All right. You got a economic collapse. All right. Depression. Depressions. The Depression 2.0. Great Depression. A lot of stuff is going on that the Lord's doing and bringing down his kingdom of what he prophesied in the Holy Scriptures. Okay. So I'm grabbing a few scriptures. Is Jeremiah 28:5. All right. Then the prophet Jeremiah said unto the prophet Hananiah, in the presence of the priests and in the presence of all the people that stood in the house of the Lord, even a prophet. All right, the word prophet, prophesy means to say before. All right, to say before something happens. All right. Even the prophet Jeremiah said, Aman, the Lord do so. The Lord perform thy words which thou hast prophesied, to bring again the vessels of the Lord's house and all that is carried away captives from Babylon to this place. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right. So all those prophets, Jeremiah, Hananiah, all those prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai, back then, they're here today. Okay. Because in the scriptures, you got reincarnation in the scriptures. Reincarnation, regeneration, same word. All right, re means back, carnate means flesh. All right. Generation, re back, generation, gene means genus, from the seed, from the sperm. So both those words mean the same thing. And all the prophets that were in the old times that prophesied against, in this case, it would be Babylon, okay? And we're in the Great Babylon today in 2020. So you got the priests, the prophets, the priests of old, that was written in the scriptures. All right, that we're reading right now, they're back here today. All right, doing the same thing they were doing in the days of old. All right. And this is the last evil, wicked kingdom, of wickedness. All right. And we're prophesying that our Lord's coming back, all right, soon, to throw down these wicked rulers that set up his kingdom of righteousness. All right. Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right. So If you ain't prophesying, you ain't got Yahweh Shai. That's pretty much what the angel said to John, man. All right. You got to prophesy of the Lord coming back and how he's coming back and what he's going to do when he comes back. All right. You know what, who the elect are, who the 2/3 are. All right. How Great Babylon America's going down. All right. My thermonuclear fire. All right. The RFID microchip, not to take it. All right. We talk about the kingdom of heaven. After this place is taken down, what the kingdom of heaven is going to look like. That's in the scriptures, man. Okay, Revelation 21 and 22 is Tobit, the book of Tobit. All right. So let me read that again. And I fell at his feet to worship him. He said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua, worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon the white horse was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he does judge and make war. All right, that's what our Lord's coming back to do. All right, judge and make war. All right, with Great Babylon, with NATO, EU, with China, Russia, all the nations. All right, the governments of the planet Earth. Let me read the second, the next verse. His eyes were a flame of fire, on his head were many crowns. All right, those many crowns are all the rulerships of the governments that's on the planet Earth, man. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. Okay, it's talking about Yahushua, man. All right, get this one. Let me get this one in 1 Corinthians. All right, this is the Apostle Paul said, right? 1 Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. Okay. So prophecy is the most important, office, all right, in the Most High's government, because the elect, the 144,000 are the government of the Most High that's gonna, be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of heaven, man, the new kingdom that's gonna be on the planet Earth. All right. Kingdom, the heaven part of the kingdom is, basically, because Israel right now, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans right now are under curses. Okay. When our Lord Yahushua comes back, we're going to receive the blessings. So that's the condition of heaven. Esau, the so-called white man, is in his heaven right now. All right. This is his kingdom. This is his kingdom of heaven. America, all his democracy and his society. That is his heaven right now. But when the kingdom is set up for Israelites, it's going to be the kingdom of heaven for us. Heaven is a condition. All right. This was his second Esdras 12, and we'll start at 34. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy, those that have been pressed upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of the judgment. Wherefore I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. This is the dream that thou sawest, and these are the interpretations. So it's basically the angel talking to Esdras. Thou hast been meet to know the secret of the highest. Therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book, and hide them. Okay? And teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets. And what's the secrets? The prophecies, man. All right, the deep prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. And we're reading it out the book. All right. Edris wrote I wrote this down, man. All right. Some prophets had, scribes to write down the, their prophetic visions. Okay. And, Edris had a lot of prophetic visions of the end times. And that's why, the prophets are here to break it down and break it down in this day and age. All right. Because back then they didn't know what missiles, thermonuclear missiles was. They described them as arrows, all right, glittering spears, etc. Okay. Or a RFID chip. They didn't understand that back then. But now the prophets are here again to reading in the scriptures and break it down correctly, in this day and age. All right. So that's pretty much all I got. Lord was edifying. Shalom.